Hey, Fiona, I heard you quit your job. You've been home more often lately.
What's with the sudden interest?
What do you mean? My buddy from your office spilled the beans. He said you left your job because it was tough for you to handle my parents.
Yeah, I resigned a couple of months ago.
Huh? Why did you do that without even discussing it with me? Are you trying to be laid back stay-at-home wife now?
What? Easy going. Quitting my job and staying at home doesn't make me easygoing. I guess you could call me a housewife now. But it doesn't mean I'm taking it easy. I'm still responsible for your parents and our household too.
Huh? What's the point? I can't believe you gave up your job just to take care of them. It feels like you just wanted me to take care of you. You didn't even talk to me about it. When were you planning to tell me? You knew I wouldn't agree if you had mentioned it earlier. So you kept quiet, right?
You said I did it on my own, but I discussed it with you before I quit.
Huh? I never heard about that. When did we have that conversation?
It was right after I found out your sister-in-law was moving out, about 3 months ago.
What are you talking about? I knew my sister was moving out, but I don't remember giving your permission to quit your job.
Even if you claim you didn't give me permission, you told me not to consult everything with you and to make my own decisions.
That's not what I said. You're twisting things to suit your convenience.
Then what did you mean? No matter how much I tried to talk to you about it, you never listened. I don't care what you're saying now.
What? I told you it was your responsibility and that you should think about it and take action. But you went ahead and quit on your own.
I don't understand what you're saying. What was I supposed to do? Your sister, who was taking care of your parents and living nearby, had to move far away due to her husband's transfer. Who would look after your parents while we were at work?
So it's your responsibility to take care of that, right? Why did you go as far as to resign?
That's why I told you I was going to ask for a caregiving services. I thought it was the only way.
But that would be a waste of money, right?
Yes, at the time. You also said that it was a waste of your money. But you were still against me when I said I'd pay for it out of my salary.
It's still a waste of money if you pay out your salary, isn't it? We're not saying the same thing. Why are you talking about hiring someone else? You've been a caregiver up to that point, so it's only natural that you should continue, right?
If we don't ask someone to do it, it's not possible. We can't just leave your mom and dad alone when we're at work. If I'm going to be the sole caregiver, I can't even go to work. That's why I talked to you about quitting my job.
So at the time, you told me you think it over and do something about it. I didn't say you could resign.
You didn't say I could resign, but you did tell me to take care of it myself. So I thought it over and decided I had no choice but to quit.
That's not what I meant when I told you to take care of it yourself.
Then what did you mean? I'm only one person, and there's no way I can work and take care of them at the same time. I tried to tell you just in case after I decided to resign. Then you told me not to tell you every little thing because it is too much. But I decided to inform you one more time before I submitted my resignation letter. Then you said, "You don't need to let me know." You told me to take responsibility for my own actions.
That's not what I meant when I said take responsibility for yourself. Don't interpret everything to suit your convenience.
That's why I'm asking. What did you mean by that? Now I'm confused.
You already know without me having to tell you, right? Don't blame the people around you for your lack of ability or capacity.
Huh?
I'm saying that you have to balance work and caring for your family.
That's why I've said many times. What are you going to do about those extra hours when your sister used to come over?
Well, It's your responsibility to think about that too.
What are you talking about? You're telling me it's bad to think about it and use caregiving services, and you're also telling me it's bad to resign.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't try to rely on others and make it work. You twisted your interpretation of that, and you just went and resigned. A stay-at-home wife is a parasite, and I will never accept it.
You aren't even making any sense. I didn't want to quit my job either.
But you did. You're trying to depend on me.
Well, I quit because I thought we could get by on your salary if I saved money.
Look at that. So you're trying to be a parasite, aren't you?
That's not true. I didn't want to give up the career I'd worked so hard to build over the years.
You can say whatever you want because you already quit.
What's that? It's not my fault that you didn't cooperate or take care of them yourself. You left everything to me and your sister.
Oh, it's someone else's fault again, isn't it? Why do you only think of depending on others?
They're your parents.
I said they're my parents, but caring for them is a woman's job, right?
What are you talking about? Caregiving takes a lot of strength. And there are also a lot of caregivers who are men.
That's because that's how they're employed, right? If it were my job, I'd do it too. But it's a woman's job to take care of the elderly in our house.
Huh? What backwards thinking is that?
I don't work as a caregiver, so how am I supposed to know how to take care of someone?
I didn't understand anything at first either. But I learned by doing it over and over.
You see, you know what you're doing, so why don't you do it? Besides, I come home late at night after a long day at work and there's no way I can take care of them after that.
I was in the same situation, you know.
Huh? You always came home early.
I was allowed to leave on time because I had to take care of your parents. I worked every day giving up my lunch break just so I could finish on time. And I've been taking care of your parents after getting home, which I wasn't used to doing, so I was still working a lot longer than you.
You've been able to do it up until now, so why not continue to do it in the future?
That's why. Now that your sister can't come, I'm telling you, that's not possible.
That's why I told you to think about it. Don't solve it by taking the easy way out, like resigning.
Why do you have to talk to me like that?
What? You're getting offended? When you know you're the one who's incapable here?
Huh?
Anyway, I'm not gonna feed you. Get your butt back to work and get on with taking care of them. If you don't do this, it's divorce. I'll never allow you to be a stay-at-home wife.
Hello, Fiona.
Oh, hey, Emma. Hello. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm fine. Hey, is it okay to talk right now?
It's fine. Your mom and dad just took a nap, so I was just taking a break.
I see. Thank you for everything. I'm really sorry that I've left you in charge of taking care of them since I moved here.
No. Your husband got transferred, so it can't be helped.
Nah. There was a way I could have had my husband move out on his own and for me to stay behind, but...
Please don't say that. It sounds like your husband is having a hard time, so you need to be close by.
Thank you, Fiona.
Besides, my father-in-law and mother-in-law have been really good to me, so it's only natural that I should take care of him.
But, Fiona, you had to quit your job to do that, didn't you? You said that you enjoyed your job.
I do have some regrets about quitting my job, but my father-in-law and mother-in-law are far more important to me.
Thank you, Fiona, for making me feel at ease to move here.
No problem. But how did you know I quit my job?
I got a call from Eric.
From Eric?
He said that you quit your job to take care of our parents. Because I couldn't go to your place anymore.
Huh?
He said you resigned with the excuse that there was no one to take care of them during the times I used to be there. He said that I gave you a reason to become a stay-at-home wife or something.
He told you all that?
That's right. I was curious too, so I just went with the flow and said, "Ah, that sounds tough," and asked him for more details. So he didn't agree with you on hiring a caregiver?
That's right. I was hoping to hire someone to cover the hours that I go to work.
I told Eric too. I told him you guys would have to ask someone to do it while you're at work. He said that that was for you to think about. He got angry and said it wasn't my place to say anything since I don't go there anymore.
Oh, I see. Even when I discussed it with him, he didn't give me any concrete suggestions or a plan, but just told me to figure it out on my own. And then he told me not to come to him for advice because I was depressed and tired. So I quit my job. But this time he asked me why I quit without consulting him. He told me to stop being a parasite. He just kept telling me to get my job back right away and balance caregiving. So now I'm in trouble.
I'm really sorry about my brother.
No, you don't need to apologize to me for him.
He's always been selfish in some ways, but I never saw that coming. I was talking to him on the phone too, and I thought I was talking to a stranger. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've put you through, with the caregiving and for what my brother had done too. But here's my main question.
Yes?
You loved your job, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
So please go back to that.
What? But I can't just leave your parents alone.
Well, I'll ask a helper to do that, you know. If it's too much work, you can ask for help with the housework too. I'll pay for it. I mean, all I can do is pay, right?
I appreciate that, but
Eric might say something, but I don't think he'll know if the helper only comes on weekdays during the day. If he finds out, he can just blame it on me. So how about that?
But even if you do that much for me, it's hard to go back to my old company. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to find a job in the near future.
Oh, there is a place that my husband's connections might be able to introduce you to, if you're okay with that. Actually, my mom and dad are worried about you.
My father-in-law and mother-in-law?
Yes. They both asked me about you the other day. They said that you've been taking care of them all by yourself without a single complaint. And they appreciate it. But they're sorry for all the trouble we've put you through. They said that it seems that my dad talked to Eric about it. But no matter what he said, Eric just said that you should take care of it. So I was wondering if we could talk about it. All that we're going to do in the near future. I'm far away, but we can do it online. Of course, when Eric is not around.
Okay, got it.
You remember exactly what I said, don't you?
What?
So I told you to get to work, right? Even if you can't get back to your old job, you're still looking, right? I told you I'm not going to let you get the idea that I'm going to feed you.
I'm already working. I just didn't tell you because you told me not to report every single thing.
Don't lie to me. I was out earlier when I passed by our house. The lights were on in the living room. You're still at home, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I work from home, so I'm home all the time.
Work from home? Don't do a job that doesn't make any money. Get a real job. I told you to work, but I didn't ask you to do some little side job. I asked you to make good money. I'm not going to let you just put up an appearance that you're working and then go on living off of my money.
Ah, you don't have to give me permission anymore.
What the heck?
After all, I can't balance caregiving and work. I want to work. And I'm fine with getting a divorce.
I'm not going to take over the caregiving even if you threaten me by saying that. You can't live without me, can you?
I don't think so.
No, I know you can't get a divorce. Don't think you can threaten me and think I'm going to do something for you. Get a job and do the caregiving yourself.
Hello, Fiona. Has life settled down? Is it still tough?
Yes. The helper you hired the other day is fantastic.
That's good to hear.
I've been taking care of some areas myself, so I've been asking her to teach me a lot of things. I really appreciate it because I think it will make your mom and dad more comfortable than before.
No, we should really be thanking you because you're taking care of them there.
Besides, I can concentrate on my work because the helper is here, and she really is a lifesaver.
I'm glad to hear that you're able to put your previous experience to good use at your new job.
Thank you so much for everything. I'm going to take you for your word and let the helper take care of the housework for me.
That's totally fine. On the contrary, I was worried that you were working too hard.
To tell you the truth, after I resigned from my previous company, I was worried. Of course, I didn't mind being a caregiver, but I lost the sense of accomplishment and fulfillment I had with my real job. It felt like I was being left behind.
I see.
But now I'm freelancing, which is new in a way too. And although there are difficulties, I feel fulfilled. This way of working seems to suit me, and I'm really enjoying it.
That's good to hear. So, about the thing with my parents that we discussed the other day. We're getting ready so we'll be able to do it late next month.
Late next month. Got it. I'll be ready for that too.
Oh, and one more thing about Eric, Fiona. Have you heard from him?
About what? I heard from a friend of mine who works at Eric's company that Eric is leaving the company.
What? That's new to me. I knew it. I can't believe he didn't tell you about something this important.
What do you mean?
I heard about that 3 months ago. He made a mistake that caused considerable loss to the company.
Eric did.
Yes, so he was forced to resign.
I had no idea.
So I guess he won't get any severance pay either. On the contrary, they're going to claim compensation.
Huh. So that's why he was telling me to work so hard.
Hey Fiona, what the hell is going on?
Oh, Eric?
I just got home and there's nothing in the house. What's that supposed to mean?
What? I'm sure your stuff is still there.
Why are only my things here?
Right. The house is going to be sold.
What? What do you mean? You did it on your own again?
No. I didn't sell the house on my own. It seems your mom and dad decided after consulting with your sister.
Huh? Where are my parents?
I heard they're going to an elderly care facility with caregiver services. They're going to use the money from the sale of the house to pay for the admission.
Huh? What are you doing?
It's not me. So don't ask me. It seems that your parents had been discussing this with each other for some time. They consulted with your sister about it and got her to do something for them.
Huh? We live here too, right? I can't believe they would do something like that without consulting us.
I thought it's not my place to talk about it when they're consulting with their own daughter. Didn't your sister tell you?
No, she didn't. If I had heard, I'd be against it. If you knew too, why didn't you tell me?
What? You're the one who didn't want to listen to me when I tried telling you about something, because saying it was depressing.
I mean, where are you right now?
I'm in my new house.
What the hell? You should have let me know when you decided on the new house. Or better yet, you could have moved my stuff too. You're not very thoughtful. More importantly, did you get a job? Well, now that you're no longer taking care of them, there's no reason why you can't work, right? Of course, you're going to work like you used to.
Like I said before, I'm already working from home.
Huh? You still want me to feed you?
I'm working as much as I did before because I got an exclusive contract through an acquaintance. My monthly income is about the same.
Oh, really? Well, that's good to hear.
So, I've thought about it, and I'm still okay with the divorce.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Actually, about 2 months before your parents entered the facility, I started hiring a caregiver during the day, and a housekeeper as well.
Huh? I told you it was a waste of money, didn't I? And what do you mean by housekeeper? You're a stay-at-home wife. But you skip out on housework too.
No, I told you. I was working from home. Besides, your sister was paying for their services out of her own pocket. I realized that I couldn't balance caregiving and work. In that case, we're divorced, right?
No. If you're making good money, I'll let bygones be bygones.
No, no, no. I don't need you to forgive me.
Huh?
The day after you said you would divorce me if I remained a stay-at-home wife, you brought the divorce papers, right? You even filled it out and signed it properly.
No way. Wait a minute. You don't have to do the caregiving anymore. So I forgive you.
I told you, you don't have to forgive me. I was a stay-at-home wife, even if only a while. Besides, I've hired a caregiver, so divorce is fine.
No, actually, I quit my job because of some circumstances.
So?
Well, that would make my life.
Huh? You told me not to be a parasite, and now you want me to support you?
That's not true, but look.
I don't really care, since we're already divorced.
Huh?
I filled out the divorce papers too, so I'll go get them out now.
Huh? Wait a minute. Just tell me your new address for now.
I don't want to. I'm going to live here alone.
Huh? Where am I going to live? I don't even have a job.
I don't know about that. You've already said too much. Why don't you just get on with it and find a job?
Wait a minute.
I won't wait. Well then.
Hey, Fiona? Answer me.
The day I sent my last message was Eric's last day at work. Of course I chose this day to move into my new place. My in-laws paid for the move to the new house and the deposit as a thank you for everything I had done for them. Also, when I moved out, I received many words of thanks from both my in-laws and my sister-in-law, and it was a tearful goodbye. Now my parents-in-law are living peacefully in a cozy facility, receiving generous care. Eric said that he had been staying for a while in his parents' house, which had been sold, but the real estate company that was managing the house kicked him out. After that, a mutual friend told me that he managed to find a job with a room and board to make a living. However, he is paying compensation to the company, little by little, and is living on a tight budget. I have been doing well with my work at home and have been able to afford to live on my own. My work from the home contract has reduced my opportunities to interact with people. So, I was feeling a little lonely. Since my new house was pet-friendly, I decided to get a little dog, and I am enjoying my life more than ever. I have made friends with the other dog owners during my walks around the neighborhood, and my days now are super fun.